going on Galore Academy. It's your girl Des, and y'all can see by the title, we finna get into it. And this is what this is my honest thing about what 5 years of day trading have taught me. And this is like one of the things that I don't see a lot of traders talk about on this. In trading, at the end of the day, y'all have to realize trading is all about a different perspective, and it's a different perspective in a lot of people lenses. And a lot of people lenses, you have to understand, you have to do what works for you at the end of the day. If trading supply and demand works for you, do it. If trading fair value gaps works for you, do it. If trading support and resistance work for you, do it. If trading smart money concepts, liquidity grab, and all this other stuff that they got going on works for you, do it. Stop looking for validation of other traders and their strategies and do what works for you. And it's just a strategy that works for you. Stop. And I can honestly speak from this because I used to think, I'm gonna go back to what I used to think as a beginner trader was, man, they trade like this, I should trade like this. Oh man, it looks better to trade like this because their charts look better. Or, oh my God, their strategy is working. Let me go to do their strategy. So I was strategy hopping, not really focusing on one strategy like I do right now. If y'all know, I do trade fair value gaps, and that's all that I trade. I trade breaker structure of fair value gaps, and that's what works for me. And I don't care what anybody says. If they don't think that it works, okay, cool. Oh well, like, it works for me. It may not have worked for you, but it works for me because of a different lens that I see on the charts. I see a different lens. I understand when price break structure, when to enter and when not to enter. I understand if it leaves price, I'm not going to enter. Like, I understand my strategy and my system of when it comes to fair value gaps. I know what fair value gaps to trade, what fair value gaps not to trade. Like, I'm growing over time, right? And that's how you're going to be. You're going to grow over time with your strategy. And that's why you have to stop caring what other people think about your strategy. I don't care if you have 55 lines on the charts. Don't get me wrong, that it's not the way to trade. But if it works for you, how can I tell you that it don't work? If that's what you see through your lens of trading, that's all it is, right? All you have to do is find what works for you in trading. That's the harsh truth of what I had to learn within 5 years of my trading, because I used to really sit there and compare my strategy and myself to other people's strategies and traders and stuff and trades and how they caught trades. And in reality, it's like, I don't need their, like, don't get me wrong, I found a mentor, eventually found a strategy that worked for me and that clicked with me. And I was like, look, I'm gonna get off social media. I'm gonna stop doing things that I'm gonna stop looking at other people. I'm gonna start doing things that I need to do. And it's going to work. Whatever works for me is going to work for me. And if it doesn't, I'm going to tweak it a little bit. And that's how I'm going to go. And that's how I'm going to go about it. And that's how you should go about it. Do what works for you. And honestly, don't compare your success, your chapters, to different people's chapters, because at the end of the day, you do not need a lot of gear that a lot of people see, that you see on social media. You don't need a monitor. You don't need about five, 6 monitors. You just need a laptop, a plan, and a strategy that works for you at the end of the day. Like, you don't need all these things to be the best trader or to look presentable. Like, that's just really seeking validation from the social media. And honestly, you don't need to do that. The only thing that you honestly need to do is make sure that you have a phone, a laptop, a journal, and optional a mentor, but a phone, laptop, and a journal, and a strategy, and a mentor. Well, like I said, mentor, but that's all you need. And you just need to have a different mindset when it comes to trading. Like, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is something that you have to prepare yourself as a career. You have to, I stress this a lot, you have to do the things that other traders won't do, which is journal trades. You have to have systems in place in order to become a better trader. You have to make sure you wake up at a certain time. Make sure you track your data. Make sure that you stay disciplined. Make sure that you stay patient. Make sure that you let your trades play out. Implement your trading plan. Understand how much you're risking. Like, you have to do and one thing I learned, you have to do the boring things to find out what works for you in order to get the excitement out of it. The boring things is tracking your data. The boring things is staying patient. The boring things is staying disciplined. But understand the process and love and enjoy the process of where you're going, of knowing where you're going. And all you do is have to build these simple steps in order to get to the next level. Do that. Do what works for you. If Asian session works for you, trade Asian session. If London session works for you, trade London session. If New York session works for you, trade New York session. If NASDAQ works for you, trade NASDAQ. I don't care. And a lot of people, they be like, oh, I'm the best NASDAQ trader, or I'm the best US 30 trader. Okay, cool. That is cool. At the end of the day, that works for them. But what truthfully works for you? And understand what works for you when it comes to trading. Understand, yes, just literally what works for you, bro. What risk management plan works for you? What strategy works for you? What mentor is pushing you to the next level in your trading? Does support and resistance work for you? If it does, trade it. The harsh truth is knowing that, well, learning that you have to do what works for you. And it's the part, and don't get me wrong, another part is understanding how it works for you. But once you find that out, it's like success comes to you, well, trading comes to you so clearly and so much better when you find out what works for you, do what works for you, and not care about the outside noise and distraction. That's what I say, eliminate your distractions, eliminate all this other stuff that's going on. Find a strategy, back test that strategy time after time after time after time. Keep backtracking the strategy. If it works, it works. Track the data of the strategy, so then that you know what your win rate is. Then you'll understand what your trading plan is. Then you'll understand the data that comes behind it. Then you start to become a better trader once you understand the data and figuring out what works for you at the end of the day. And this is just and this is not even just in trading, this is just in life. You have to figure out what works for you in life and business wise and stuff like that, so then you can build the confidence and the consistency, especially the confidence to get you to the next level and in different systems that you built for yourself. That's why it all starts with building a system in trading that works for you, so then you can apply that to other businesses and build systems on other businesses to get you to the next level and to make you a better profitable trader and just a better trader in general. Y'all, do what works for you. At the end of the day, this is 5 years of day trading that I had to learn. The harsh truth was, instead of just strategy hopping, instead of just figuring out, instead of just going to everybody, figuring out what works for them and stuff like that, take notes of what works for them. Don't get me wrong, go do that. Take notes of what works for them and implement it into yourself, and then figure out if that works for you. Because everything is not going to work. Everything that other people do is not going to work for you. But if you do find something that does work for you, do it. And do not stop that. Repeat it. Rinse and repeat that same strategy, that same repetitive step, that same, just until it rewires in your head of what you have to do in order to get to the next level. That's what I say about this. But if you did like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure that you do click the link in the bio if you want to join Galore Academy. Like I said, I do give free game on here on YouTube, but like I said, imagine what I am giving Galore Academy. We did just get off a live trading call, and NASDAQ did what it did, right? So, but y'all, for real, take it serious. This is what 5 years of day trading has taught me. Hopefully this video was very helpful for y'all, and I hope y'all get y'all to the next level. I'll see y'all in the chat.